That boy is our last hope.
I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one the culture might change. I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one the closure might change. I race in the skip.
You are now tuned in to iRock TV, your go-to for sports, politics, and the biggest stories shaping our world. Straight facts, real talk, and no nonsense breakdowns. Stay locked in and let's get it. Welcome back, man. Hope you guys having a great day out there today. Today, the video is gonna be about Pablo. Torre finds out. He literally dropped bombs on the, LeBron James attending Kobe's memorial service. He really exposed a lot of information here. So, I think the first person who I seen do a video on this was Dream Pro. So shout out to Dream Pro, man. He be on it. So, but we finna dive in it right now.
Who are directly familiar with the situation to get to the bottom of a mystery that has been hiding, allegedly, in plain sight.
I'm fascinated right now. I'm waiting with bated breath to see what's the result.
I just want to know why Byron Scott told you all this. Or Nick Van Exel.
So, this memorial service, it was Lakers executives, the producers of the Grammy Awards. It was Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's widow, Gigi's mother, all of these people in this planning group creating a live televised memorial at Staples Center in the arena itself that was intended, again, to be both very personal, but also incomparable in how A-list and exclusive and produced the whole spectacle was going to be. It was February 24th, 2020, which happens to have been the day my daughter was born. So Violet came into the world. I missed all of this. And so
you didn't have the memorial on in the hospital?
Second screen. Yeah, it was the view of my wife's birth canal and then Michael Jordan crying.
Yeah.
That would have been good Instagram content.
And I'm just investigating these claims to be very, very clear on a purely factual basis. Like, I'm not here to talk about motives. But claim number one, there's a video of Diana Taurasi, who spoke at the memorial, UConn basketball star, one of the great women's basketball players ever. And she told a joke while complimenting 11-year-old Gigi Bryant and her level of skill. And it sounded like this.
I mean, who has a turn-away fadeaway jumper at 11? LeBron barely got it today.
It's a roast?
Which is a pretty good joke, a pretty bold joke
Bold
from
Taurasi,
from the GOAT. And she does, by the way, gesture off screen left. But what we did, of course, was look at multiple angles of the broadcast of that very direction at various points in the broadcast. And no LeBron James. You see Pau Gasol.
James Worthy.
You see James Worthy. That's right.
James Worthy, your source.
Kuz.
That is
Kuz is
not
looking
what
good.
I'm saying.
Look at Kuz's outfit.
Kuz is wearing the big glasses, the big sunglasses.
Oh, wow.
indoors.
Yeah. Is he also wearing those super long sleeves? Again?
I like to think that his black tie was super long sleeves as well.
Like, this is a common tactic,
A rhetorical gesture.
tactic. You're gesturing at somebody. I don't think there's anything to go with there.
No visible LeBron at all in the photography. And then what I did was confirm with multiple sources that Diana Taurasi never saw LeBron James at the memorial that day. So this person held up as the proof, did not see LeBron that day. So, claim number two, that LeBron James was there, but he chose to be left off camera. And what we did was we talked to a lead producer on the memorial, a longtime awards show producer named Ron Basile. Ron Basile helped coordinate everything from Beyonce's 6:40 a.m. soundcheck to Michael Jordan's eulogy. And the producer told us when we asked him about any directive from LeBron James about having him on camera, quote, "The off-camera thing is bullshit," end quote. And so I want to be careful here, but he wasn't stage left. He wasn't off camera. And we can further tell you that according to two additional independent high-level sources involved in the planning of this whole event who were in attendance, what they tell us here at Pablo Torre finds out is that they did not see LeBron in the building. They don't know of a single person who did see him in the building. And one of the people who did not see LeBron at all that day was, in fact, Lakers owner Jeannie Buss. So, as one of the sources who spent that morning in the event's VIP areas says of LeBron, quote, "There's no fucking way he was there. If he was there, he was Casper the Ghost," end quote. My personal belief, by the way, is that I don't care how anyone chooses to grieve at all.
Yeah.
But LeBron James, the face of the Lakers, who got the tattoo, gave the speech at center court, threw away his notes, was the face of mourning for this person. What LeBron did not do was what LeBron himself had chosen to do in the weeks before. LeBron did not take center stage at all. And multiple high-level sources told us that LeBron was not invited to speak at Kobe's memorial. We had a third source involved in the planning of this, go back to an early wish list of speakers and performers. This was shared between the Lakers, Vanessa Bryant, event producer. And as this third source puts it, quote, "He's not on the list. Vanessa's on all these emails. It wasn't just the Lakers. It was a family thing. There was a lot of emotion. The word LeBron isn't even in here."
All right, man. So you seen pretty much what those claims was. Diana Taurasi, I think the guy, I think Ben Sells, one of the producers at the memorial, and Jeannie Buss, man, they was saying like dude was nowhere in sight, man. Dude must been Casper the Ghost. I mean, dude must was see through. He must was an invisible man. I don't know, because nobody seen him. They seen everybody else. They even said that he wasn't even on the list. He wasn't even invited. And man, that's crazy, man. So I don't even know what to say, but that really shows you that they really couldn't possibly have that great of a relationship. And maybe LeBron could be also possibly jealous of Kobe. And you know what? I bet y'all looking at me like crazy, like, how that look. You know what I'm talking about. I bet y'all hit that look on me, right? All right, so look. I'm finna drop this next clip, right? And this right here, all y'all LeBron sexuals and LeBron fanboys, man, what y'all gonna say about this one right here?
LeBron was, quote, in his own space. A very carefully worded answer for was LeBron at the memorial service. And then LeBron was asked for comment at Lakers practice by ESPN's Dave McMenamin the day after the memorial. And LeBron's answer is conveniently on tape.
Did you attend the ceremony?
Like I said, man, it's just I respect your question for sure. Very emotional day, very tough day for myself and my family, for everyone involved. One thing I can come out of saying how strong and how bold and how powerful Vanessa is. To stand up there the way she did, to give the speech the way she gave that speech. I commend her. My heart is with their family still, with his 3 daughters that's still here, his wife, with his mom and dad, his sister. It was just a very difficult day, obviously celebration, but it's a difficult day for all of us. I appreciate it.
So in that answer, you heard what?
That he wasn't there. The guy, the white guy in the corner with the cell phone that was taping it, his face kind of reflected everything, which was kind of like, I don't think you're actually answering. Why are you talking about this? Like, what is your non-answer? So I don't know.
You notice how every time LeBron James be fumbling words and stuff like that, that's when you know he's really calling his bullshit. Like, he really talking nonsense. Like, very emotional. Yeah, man, Dave. Like, he didn't even answer the question. Like, the dude, really deflected, emotional, and Vanessa, she's strong. And, yeah, man. I mean, I mean, it was hard for her, man, you know, to stand up there. I mean, like, bro, you didn't even answer the question. You avoided the question. And the little tattoo and, you know, coming, talking to the to the fans or whatever, all that is just a front, man. Because you probably envy Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You probably really didn't even like Kobe like that. You know what I'm saying? You probably secretly, almost like, you know, and it's really crazy, you know what I'm saying, that we got to talk about this, but like almost like how Scotty, you know, started being resentful toward the Bulls, and I guess he felt some type of way with the Last Dance. Scottie Pippen felt like he wanted to take some shot at Jordan, and you know, Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, was dating, you know, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, Larsa. And Scottie Pippen probably felt some type of way about that too. So Scottie was saying all these ridiculous nonsense because he was in his feelings. But the whole time when he was on the Bulls or whatever, like I guess when Jordan father passed away, he didn't even give him his condolences or whatever. Then he finally came out and said something because he had some resentment, but he never spoke on it. That's how LeBron passed aggressive. He probably had resentment towards Kobe because Kobe was the face of the league. And when LeBron James was supposed to win in 2009, LeBron James didn't win. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron James supposed to have been the king, you know what I'm saying, he got beat by Dwight Howard. Okay? And then, you know, and then 2010, Kobe won again. Bing, bing, back to back. And Kobe didn't have number one options on his team. You know what I'm saying? He probably had like a number 1-2 option, but that was it. He built around his number 2 option. He had 2 number 1s, and LeBron came with the 2 number 1s. You know what I'm saying? And him and Wade teamed up with Bosh, and they built that team to pretty much go against Kobe. I think there's a video out with D-Wade. He talked about that. But yeah, I probably could do another video, you know what I'm saying, on that. So at the end of the day, man, you know, the diva, LeBron James, I'm surprised you didn't want to make an appearance to the memorial service. Since, like the guy said, you always want to take center stage. You got the tattoo, you did all that, but I think that was for front, you know, because at the end of the day, you looking at it as a brand, you know, but, you know, when it was time to attend the memorial service, you didn't show up for that. So you told me it was all emotional. No, man. Like, that's some soft, weak ass shit, man. If that was really your dog, man, you gonna show up to that service. If that's really your dog for real, like you try to put on, you would have came and said something. Even if you probably was emotional, you seen Kuzma had them shades on, right? Even if you was emotional sad, you still could have rocked some shades, or you still could have made your appearance. So maybe your relationship really wasn't that good with Kobe, you know. And maybe because your attitude, your approach of the game, after a while, they started to see, you know what I'm saying, who you really was. And maybe because you know who you really was when you look at yourself in the mirror, that you kind of had some type of jealousy or envy towards Kobe. Because in the time you were supposed to be shining, Kobe was shining. And you had to manufacture a super team just to compete, because you couldn't even compete. You couldn't even bring a losing organization and put the organization on your back and turn that organization to a dynasty. You had to create a super team, and you was 4-6. You lost 6 times in the finals. Okay? All right, don't let me get on you. Okay? Don't let me do that. You know? Because in 2007, you got swept by the Spurs. Okay? In 2011, you got upset by the Dallas Mavericks. In 2014, the Spurs, they made you lead the Heat. Okay? In 2015, it was Golden State. In 2017, it was Golden State again. In 2018, it was Golden State. And guess what? Kevin Durant had to join the Warriors because, and you know, I'm not saying I acquiesce or I stamped that, but the reason why Curry won against you 3 times, but two of those times Durant helped them win. But guess what? You formed a super team already. That was your second super team. You already dang near formed a super team with AD, and then you traded AD for Luka. So you always had your whole career. You been getting carried, Mr. 4 and 6. Mr. 4 and 6, the diva. Keep your game tight and your mind right, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.
That boy is our last hope.
I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one the culture might change. I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one that closure might change.